Do you know how much I make a year? I mean, even if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. Do you know what would happen if I suddenly decided to stop going into work? A business big enough that it could be listed on the NASDAQ goes belly up. Disappears.
All right, you guys. All right. Now we about to get this show started, man. We about to go and get this show started.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
man, what's up with you, Theo? What's up with you, Pimp?
Oh, man, everything's okay, man. We got small issues, but you know what? Nothing to complain about. I'm always good. Like I always say, the family's good. I get to talk with my brother. Let's have a conversation tonight.
All right, then, hey, you guys. If y'all, what's up with your Triple D? You guys clearly right now, Theo is on the road, so we might experience a little bit of audio delay. But you know, ain't nothing to fix. You know how truck drivers do. We out here making money. What's up with you, Wendell? I want to shout out everybody that's coming in, and let's say the legendary Triple D is coming back in the building. So hey man, that's something to real cool to be about, man. Let's give him a round of applause. All right, Triple D, man. We got the round of applause, man. We got some white women for you now. What up with you? Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy. I haven't seen you in a long time, my good friend. A long time. You have been crickets around here. But anyway, it's good to see you back in the building, Pimp.
Oh,
So,
man.
yeah, man. So you guys know, so I'm gonna let Theo talk, see if that audio's coming through. But Theo. So we're going to talk tonight to see what's up with you, D Compton. We are going to talk tonight about the purge. The purge is
Ooh.
actually happening right now. People are being affected, and I'm talking company drivers, owner operator, lease drivers. If you got a driver, if you got a CDL, you are seeing some things going on in this market that a lot of people are didn't truly predict. And they are trying to offload these damn trucks like somebody's offloading 1995 VCRs right before Christmas. Uh, yeah. Oh, well, yeah, man. Hey, man. So, what do you feel, brother? Do you feel like we in a purge? Because I say we in a purge.
Man, we've been in a purge for the last 6 months, and it's gonna purge for another three minimum. And hey, a lot of this purge is coming out to good marketing. Let's just put it where the goats can get it. Good marketing is causing this purge.
Oh man, what you mean good marketing? Now you are you talking about the fantasies, dreams that people have bought into, and now are just realizing that hey man, I made that 400,000.
Mm.
I generated at 300,000 what the company said that I would generate. But what am I taking home? What is in my savings account during these hard and most difficult times?
Mm. Well, let me say this. It's like the show The Fantasy Island. And I'm tattooed tonight. I'm tattooed from the Fantasy Island. And the reality is there was a beautiful market. Hey, you can make $9,000 to $10,000 a week. You know, didn't explain the details. Didn't say, hey, we're spot market only. We have no customers. We're not dedicated, you know. So that whole fantasy is now coming to an end. And if you remember the show, The Fantasy Island, everybody had to leave the island. Only Mr. Rourke and Tattoo stayed. So I'm tattooed tonight from the Fantasy Island. I'm gonna tell you guys how this fantasy is gonna play out. You know, what's your thoughts on that,
Oh
brother?
man. Hey, you guys, is Theo's coming clear on y'all side, man? It's kind of choppy on my side. I don't want to take nothing away from the brother. Make sure you guys
Mm-hmm.
getting everything. Can y'all hit that comment and let me know? Is everybody coming in clearly across, or am I? Is my microphone?
Yeah.
Is my headphone playing tricks on me? But you
If I,
saying Fantasy Island?
yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what? So truckers are leaving the market because it was choppy on my end. So,
Mm-hmm.
because I want to give my input, but I want to make sure that people hear your side.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he's coming in clearly. All right,
Okay.
up and by just said He kind of choppy but clear to hear. Thank you, Harry up and by, man. See, man, shout out to all the great fans out there. And oh man, I really do, man. You can ask 10 truck drivers to say, man, is my shirt tied up right? And there's only going to be one person, hurry up and buy. It's going to come through and be like, hey, check it out, Pep. But go ahead, Theo.
You ain't lying. Well, here, look, man. Let's put it where the goats can get it. There's been a fantasy sold the last 24 months. Come into trucking, you can be a millionaire with no experience. You can make $9,000 to $10,000 a week. You can lease my truck and make $12,000 a week. Or you can go work for the Russians and this company and make all this money. It's just laid out. The marketing was beautiful. We all got on the same island and we said, hey, man, look at the mountains. I'm going to make 10 grand this week. Oh, look at this. Hey, I'm only working 3 days. I'm going to make 7 grand, but I'm going to go play in the water. Well, guess what? The water's contaminated. The mountain is a volcano and it's erupting. It is erupting. We're seeing people who are willy-nilly giving up their equipment with no end in sight. So you're going to give up your equipment to go 1099. Well, that didn't solve your problem right there. That doesn't work to go that route. Now, if you want to give it up, go company, hey, no problem. But the reality is there is still a great marketing scheme. The marketing scheme they're doing now is I'm going to have a driver show a rate agreement. Not the miles, not the details, just show a rate agreement and say, this is what I'm making. See the marketing, see how that works? That's where we at, brother. That's where we at. We are on it.
He's breaking up real bad on my end. Is he back clear, you guys? What up with you, Owen? What's up with you, Owen?
Yeah.
Trying to make sure. There you go. Keep on jumping in and out, Theo.
Yeah. Hurry up and buy if you can hear it. Give me a 1 up if you can hear me 50%.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're
done. We're gonna wait on somebody to let us know that Theo, because we want to make sure we give y'all a high quality show, right? But it's thing that goes beyond our control, which is the internet.
Yep. Yeah, they're hearing me good, so it may be on your end. Anytime I'm coming in choppy, somebody put a 2 in the comment. But right now we're good, brother. And I'm gonna keep on this rant of this fantasy island and the perfect marketing. You would think that these guys are getting paid to market the way they're doing it, right? Like I said, I'm gonna show this rate agreement, and we've heard rate agreements for the last 12 months. Look at this rate I got. You ain't telling us what the miles is, pimp. You ain't telling us what you're giving up over here, pimp. You ain't telling us what the fuel costs. You're not telling us nothing but a number. And we're supposed to go off this number that this is factual. Let's be honest. And I'm not going to cuss tonight. We're cleaning up the attitude of Official Business Podcast. But let's be honest. They sold us a bag of manure. Some of us. And guys jumped in based on this brilliant marketing scheme. Come over here. We got all the loads. We've got freight for days. You can pour reefer, dry bed, or flatbed. We got it all. Where they at now? Where are these high marketing schemes? We got marketing, but it's on the low end when it just showed the rate agreements. It's low end marketing. And it's a fantasy. Right now, guys aren't making $9,000 to $10,000 a week on an average. They're not doing it. So we're living on Fantasy Island. And guess what? The industry is getting ready to send you guys home. So start packing, get ready to go, because it's time to get off this island. This fantasy is ending. It's just about over for some of us. And I'd like to see what you have to say on it, my brother. Once you take a sip, it looks like you're drinking some nice warm tea there.
Oh, yes, brother. Oh, yes, man. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. All right. We're going to get ready to get on that cruise, man. Go ahead and put on your seatbelts, man. Yeah, the purge has happened. And the purge is happening right now. People are leaving the market. These brokers out here got a long Ginsu blade, and it is sharp, and they are slicing race. They are slicing people morality. They even slicing your damn fuel. Got drivers out here bragging about putting just only 20 gallons of fuel in the truck to ride across the mountain. You got your damn filters now need to be changed every 500 miles because you ride that damn thing bare minimum. And you go into the fuel up station that doesn't really treat their tanks, so you get all that debris in your tanks. Hell yeah, it's the purge. the things that people would thought that was promised to them when they didn't want to take education. They wanted the system to develop a easy step to get rich plan. Well, you are seeing the results. Yeah, it's getting rich. You ain't the one getting rich. Truck drivers are
Mm,
leaving out this industry in droves. And right now, as of today, looking at the massive pileups, the pileups on the highway, oh man, a lot of trucking companies going out of business if they want to or not. It's going to be
correct.
involuntary because insurance companies now, y'all think these insurance companies is just forgiveness. Yeah, I really thought that these insurance company people were gonna let you slide, let you go out there and wreck a Volvo, a 2023 Volvo, uh, while you was driving beyond the posted speed limit, or you were driving beyond the road conditions, right? So
Hmm.
right now, a lot of big corporations, government too, government really got the hand of the pot, but a lot of these service providers are seeing that okay, they are not going to have the same quota. They are not going to reach that same profit margin like they had in the previous quarters. So what they have to do, they have to withdraw blood from the little that they have. So let's say if they're used to 10,000 carriers being on a policy per quarter and charging them at let's say 2,500. Yeah, that's where everybody ran out to. Thank you. Everybody ran out to Progressive. Y'all
Mm.
was singing that song, that Progressive song. I thought y'all was talking about Progressive soup. How good y'all was eating that bullshit. It was Progressive. I thought they were talking about Progressive soup, but it was Progressive, and the Roosters have came home to roost. And right now, what we are seeing and what people are wanting to be in denial about, we are in a purge. Now, we understand that January and February is the slowest season, but man, we've been in a slow season. The market has been like January and February since last May. Since last May.
Correct. Correct.
Since late. Now
Hmm.
you add the cold temperatures. Now you look at where we at in our economy with our buying power. We're talking about wars. We're talking about other foreign conflict, and then we got problems in our own current administration. Okay, we got our current administration, the political right now, and the consumers, and then the banks. The banks. Right now, people are not really going out to spend because it's not like they don't want to spend, but the dollar costs too much to spend. In order to get a dollar now, you're going to have to give them a dollar. If you go to the bank right now and say, hey, man, I need to borrow $100, they going to say, all right, per dollar, we want 30 cents per dollar. I know I'm just giving y'all an example, but this shit is real. With that 0% APR, y'all talk about building up business credit. Now, some of you guys have established business credits. And now you see that interest, that commercial insurance. I mean, that
Hmm.
commercial interest. I say insurance interest. Yeah, people are leaving because the dollar, what they are doing and generating with the truck is not matching up to what their overhead is costing them.
Correct.
And majority are basically start their whole business off of the fantasy of a load board. They literally base their whole business structure off of a open and volatile market. Man, now you came in with one way thinking, one track mind. You're not innovating things. You're not even. Some people did not take the time to innovate things within their own company. So purging is what the trucking company needs. We need to purge the ones that want to be lazy. And then we need to make rooms for the ones that's going to come in and be real fucking bosses or bossettes. That's what we need. I'm sorry. This is the
Mm.
Roman times. The people want to be entertained. Feed the weak ones to the lions. Allow the warriors to be praised. So let the purge begin. No begging. We don't need business owners out here begging. Feed them to the lions. Feed them to the
Mm.
lions. And then if they talk shit back, just tell them.
Fuck your couch, nigga.
That's what you do. Fuck your couch.
There you go.
These are, these are the Roman times out here. The lions are hungry. And when they are hungry, they eat. Now, we could sit here and sing this kumbaya. Well, how many times you guys seen on them JB Hunt low bore apps where somebody comes in $1,000 cheaper? Now at the beginning, I used to thought that was within the system, because whoever write the system, whoever create the system, controls the system. But it's more and more, as I've seen on all of these social media platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube again. I'm circle back to YouTube. I see people that are willing, that will go in business for $200,000 in debt. Now, if you have cash, I still call it debt, because you got to pay yourself back. You know, you're investing, you need to get something on your return. But people will actually go in business for $200,000 and turn around and try to live off of 75 cents per mile just to pay off the equipment. And then when repairs need to come around, first thing they do, oh man, I got business credit, I'm going in more debt. I'm like, literally, you're paying to be poor. You just paid for yourself to be poor. You took out a loan for you to be poor. And you are what's wrong with the industry.
Correct.
You are what's wrong with this entire picture. The people out there that's kind of cocky, I love them. Salute to the cockiness. Because they're not cocky. They're just strong individuals. I would say they are just strong-minded warriors. And that's what we need. More people that's strong. All this other stuff out here, man. What we doing? Pissing in the wind? Are you going to be sad that Johnny Boy across the street went out of business? You better be celebrated. I know it's a cruel industry, but we need to send a message out there. The only way we're going to be able to send a message is with a group of strong individual independents, owner-operators in America. We don't need these fancy motherfuckers that want to go to the front of the line and start discussing their political views. Put them to the back of the line. Feed them to the lions. We don't need these guys to go out here and start talking about color and racism and all this social justice. Put that motherfucker in the back. Feed him to the white lion. Albino his ass. What we need is real business owners. Real business owners that can articulate what this industry needs and what independence deserves. All this other stuff, you motherfuckers on here begging for the DAT low board to not shut down. I hope that keep on shutting down. Your punk ass still spending your money on it. That service does not guarantee you any payment for booking loads through them. That is not a platform that's designed to have the carrier in mind, but you still pay for it. You still on there worshiping them. I can't speak tonight.
Worshiping.
Yeah, worshiping. See, these things right here, we complain, but we won't put the effort forward. And we will sit back and watch our whole house burn down to the ground. And then look at each other and start complaining. Like I said, it's Romans time. Let the warriors stand up and feed the weak to the damn lions. Because the brokers in them only have power, the power that you give them. The money that you give them, meaning DAT, Truck Stop, all of these platforms, does not guarantee any trucker their money. You better be on fucking Facebook Marketplace to buy a damn load. Now, I did say buy a load because when you paying for a subscription, you are paying for access into it. You better off see, man, I'm going to start posting loads on Facebook Marketplace, man.
Yep.
At least if you get scammed, at least you didn't have to pay to get on this shit, right?
Yeah.
DAT first came out. They came out blowing their horns, got their hands. They was at every truck stop, every commercial. They even got Charmaine, little heifer Jeffer, aka Ride Along. They got that chick. See, y'all should have thought about something when DAT got heifer Jeffers, Charmaine Jeffers in a video. And the damn laptop behind her didn't even have a damn computer board hooked up to it. It didn't have a keyboard. And it didn't even have a wire to the motherfucker. It looked like they just found the nearest janitor office. And it said, sit in the corner. We're going to put this monitor right there. And yeah, think I'm lying? Pull that shit up on that. Look at it. Look at it for yourself.
Yeah.
And they got that lady some Walgreens shades. Told her to sit down in the corner, man.
But say, pimp, that was great marketing. That was marketing, pimp. Yeah. Marketing. We're going back. We're circling back here so everybody can understand that marketing that was done by this individual got a lot of people into the industry. You know, some say they're successful, and some say they wasn't. So, you know, who do you believe? But let's get back to what we're talking about with the purge here, and let's not get it twisted. There is money in an opportunity like this. There's money in a tragedy. If you're well structured, once we get the riffraff out, you are going to be able to capitalize off of this. Those that wish to continue in this industry, you're going to capitalize. But we have to be honest with ourselves. This industry is tanking. The purge is coming more and more. You're going to see a couple more mid-sized companies go out of business. The reality is, like you said in the beginning, insurance claims are going to go through the roof. And whether you wreck your Volvo, your Freightliner, your Peterbilt, you're going to pay when it's time to renew your policy on all these idiots that are driving in bad weather. You see that fantasy that I can make it there, I'm good. You know, they don't know how to drive, I can drive. Yeah, till you bent up like a pretzel and then you don't cause a 30-car pileup. Well, guess what? That affects the next guy. You know? So that's that purge that's coming.
Mm-hmm. Well, it shouldn't.
Go ahead. No, it shouldn't.
It shouldn't. And no, it should, because it's just insurance company basing their risks and their assessment. And now lately, I believe that was 2020. It was 2020 or 2019. It was about the 2019 when insurance companies came together and basically monopolized.
Mm-hmm.
When they monopolized, they start to use this excuse. They put out the mom and pop underwriters, where mom and pop underwriters was given very affordable insurance premiums to carriers that was showing was basically keeping a clean record. Their incident report was, their loss runs was just immaculate. And then big insurance company comes in, buys them out or put them out of business. And then they dominate the market, monopolize it. And then they give us this excuse of why our premiums are increasing. They said because another person. Honestly, I think they just want to do the shit because of greed. Why not? You in control of it. You riding everything. You in the bed with big government. But yeah. But go ahead, Theo. I didn't mean to cut you off, brother.
No, you're fine, brother. You're fine. You know, like I was saying, you know, we're looking at insurance premiums. So we got idiots out here driving on this fantasy island, like we said in the beginning, under this pretense that they're having a wonderful time. You know, everything comes to an end. We have to be honest. Life, everything comes to an end. But this is prematurely.
What's premature? Because you see,
I'm about to tell you.
No, we already talked about that, Theo. Hey, let's say it.
Here's the thing. It's ending prematurely for some because they brought into a bad marketing scheme. That's why it's prematurely. They brought into this marketing scheme, and I regurgitate before, this notion that I'm going to make this amount based on the spot market of today. If I can say it right, the spot market of today. And guess what? The chickens are coming home to roost. Everybody's not built to be in this industry as a owner. Let's just be honest. So we have to deal with that notion. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, my brother.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and talk to owner operators for a second. owner operators, man, when a company, a lot of owner operators fail, even lease drivers. So this is not a knock to you guys, but more of a wake up call. Think of you sleeping in a bed, you oversleeping. I'm about to wake your ass up. When a company tells you that you're going to make 400,000, you literally need to make 800,000. Okay. And then never get, a lot of people bought into this notion of the big number, the big presentation. The bigger, the bigger number is always attractive. Big print giveth, small print takes away. Let me say that again. Big print giveth, small print takes away. Now you got to look at all of your expenses to even operate. Then you got to look at your personal life. So many people nowadays are just so purposely blind to their personal life. See, your personal life, if you have kids, if you don't have kids, if you have an old lady, and if you're single, you need to unwind. See, you do not cheap out on your personal health mentally, physically, or emotionally in order to try to obtain financial wealth. Because what you're going to end up with either death, depression, or you're just going to be a fucking drug addict. You're going to be dependent on some shit. Okay. All of that sacrifice for what? So when companies start telling you, hey man, this is what you're going to generate, you got to look at your expenses. You got to look at what they're going to charge you for. Okay. Once you notice what they are charging for, then you have to look at what type of lanes they are going to offer to you. I understand that they're a big company, but what are they offering to you? Okay. And then give it some time. And then honestly, this is me. In 30 days, if none of the things that they told you from the get-go, because you got to remember, you are investing in them, but also they are investing in you. If they're not making money and you're not making money, if the partnership is not 50-50, then it's a bad fucking deal. Now you could generate 400,000. How many miles you going to drive? How many days of operation you got to be in? How many times you get to the house? How many stops? So many variables come into that number. So if they coming out with a predictable number of 400,000 as if you are salary, like they know this from a get-go, and you could look at your expenses and then you look at their operation is all the way across the fucking board, meaning they don't have things that are stable, grass rooted. They don't have roots. They just saying, okay, we're gonna wing it, or we'll let you dispatch your own self, or we don't have forced dispatch. Okay, if you don't have forced dispatch, how I'm going to end up with this revenue? Now you got to ask yourself this, because so many truckers came into the trucking industry saying, I'm gonna dispatch myself. I don't want to sign up with a company unless I could call on my own loads. Well, a lot of y'all motherfuckers already just committed suicide. If you don't know what to do or how to book a load or any type of structure, you are literally collapsing the house. And for the company to allow you to do that, that definitely tells you that should be a red flag that company is improperly managed. See,
Correct.
you signed up with them in order to make money. But nowadays, company try this woke shit. I call it trucker woke. I'm gonna hire all these truckers and let them book their own loads and have access and basically run the back office and run the road. Now everybody's waking up like, oh shit, that shit doesn't work. Do you fucking think? Now, so many things that was irresponsible has been a factor to this purge. Let's just be honest. Everybody was fucking happy. People were excited to get a part of the trucking industry, to get a part of that ownership feeling, but without being responsible. With anything that you do that you're not responsible with, you bound to lose it. Now look at the market now. Look at what the brokers are doing. The brokers are not doing anything new. Now, one thing right now is brand new. Now, all of this has been here. The
Correct.
problem is they have been doing it in micro doses. Okay. They would microdose, let's say, the state of Mississippi, because there's many truck drivers out there in the state of Mississippi that was doing drive-in that experienced a drastic rate drop back during last summer. And they was voicing that. They was very proactive about that. But then you had the guys on the East Coast, the Georgia motherfuckers. Oh man, I ain't got no problem over here. Then you have the people up north. I ain't got no problem. Then you had the California guys. They didn't have a problem. So people like, oh, then the Midwest. Then people like, oh, run to the Midwest. If you run Chicago, you stay up there in the Midwest, you could be all right. See, the broker's been microdosing. It's just now, why microdose when we just control the market? Because the market is tilted in our favor. And the only reason that the market tilts in their favor is irresponsible carriers.
Correct.
Oh man, I said a whole I know I say a whole mouthful right there, brother. But
well, hey, sometimes you got to let it go. Get it off your chest, right? And let's be honest, what we have here is people don't know how to eat an elephant, right? And they're choking right now. You eat an elephant one bite at a time. They jumped into it to get a full grasp. It's what they did, and they went from there. Tell me what you think about that eat an elephant analogy.
Oh man, I like that, man. Hey, you eat an elephant one bite at a time. And I like that. I like that. Y'all think about that. See, this is long term. We were short term thinkers. And I'm going to say it right now, short term thinkers. We got a lot of men and women out here. And I'm going to say it, man. I'm not a good example. I'm not that guy to, let's put it like this. I'm not that guy to get along with everybody. I'm that guy when I see bullshit, when I see our fellow truckers being led down to a pit of fire. I'm that motherfucker to drop a boat in a pathway and let loose my Rockwilers. Now, I don't want the Rockwilers to attack the people that, is being led, but if some of them motherfuckers that stop, get up and trying to hit my dog, I want my dog to defend itself. And I want to look at you. Why are you trying to hit my damn dog? Roscoe's a good dog. He was trying to save you. Oh, I didn't know. See, that's your problem. You see what Roscoe was doing, but you want to get involved. Yeah. Call animal control on your ass. But anyway.
Say, Pep, I just got a emergency call coming in. I might have to step out. If you're still on in the next 20 minutes, I'll come back in. I need to try to take care of this. I apologize to everybody. It's been a good live if I don't come back on, but I kind of got to take care of something real quick, unexpectedly here. So if I don't come back on the next 20 minutes, everybody be safe out there. Stay prayed up and strapped up. Learn something new. That's my saying. And let's do it again if I don't get a chance to get back on. But I got to kind of take care of this call real quick. And I apologize to everybody for that. We are rolling good. You guys have a good night.
You be safe out there, Theo, brother.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, yeah, the purge happened. And this is me, man. You could try that sweet talk to people and, be respectful. But honestly, what we are seeing right now is just straight up fucking disrespect. It is really disrespectful for anybody. But people be like, well, you want me to talk nice, but the brokers just spam the board. And I'm not even gonna get on the brokers. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you with something. Hold on. I'm gonna hit you with something. You could get on Facebook and say something and get censored, right? You could post something on Facebook and get flagged, right? You could go on other media sites, any platform, and get flagged, right? Why hasn't the low board, why hasn't that put in ways in the analytical system to flag these brokers, well known as TQL, when they're spamming? Truck drivers pay enough money. They are multi-million. You trying to tell me they cannot put any protocol in place in order to stop this spamming? Let's be real. Number two, why did DAT take away their guarantee to carriers get paid? They used to have insurance. The green check. Y'all remember the green check? If it has a green check, if that broker has a green check by their name, the carrier will get paid. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. They took that shit away. That load board is like the fucking back pages. That's what it is. It's unorganized. It's actually a trap for carriers. It is. I'm gonna hear somebody. I ain't talking to you. Then shut up. No, my daddy used to tell people, "Well, I'm talking to you. All right, then, sit your ass down." Yes, the ghost load, man. Yes, they are ghosting carriers out here badly. And these are things that's added to the purge. These are things I'm just saying be mindful about, right? Some people are like, oh man, the way to make it in trucking is just work harder, harder, harder. Brother, you're working harder. You know that you are increasing your participation behind the wheel, but your payments, your money, you're generating a revenue is constantly going in reverse. So I'm not understanding that whole ideology, that formula. Please write the formula down for me to understand, because by the looks of it, you are working for fucking free. I don't, then the guys say some crazy stuff like, I got a lot of passion for it. I'm like, man, y'all sound like, I don't want to bring up, I don't want to go back in history, man, but it's like you are proud to be a slave. That what you're saying? Like you are proud to work for free because you love this industry so much, you're willing to do it for free. That's when you dealing with a very dangerous individual. And that's the one that will go on the load board and book the loads for 75 cents a mile. That's the one that will go into take a load out of New York City, New York, for $5,000 down there to Miami, Florida, and pick up a load out of Miami going to Dallas, Texas for 1,100. Because the first thing he's going to say is, man, at least I get to see the beautiful state of Florida. And, man, it was just an easy ride. I didn't have no mountains. It was all flat land. And see why we are in our predicament. I told you already, this is the Roman times. We need to make sure our warriors have their shine. All these other motherfuckers, feed them to the lions. Feed them. Let the gladiators shine. All these other guys, man, you are hearing it. If somebody have a conversation with you about being an independent or owner operator, and it's not number one or number two on their main important list of generating money or keeping money, that's the person that's really driving the market rates down. They telling you right to your face. You just don't want to accept it because they are not just saying, oh man, I'm working for cheap. No, they say, hey man, this is my passion. I love driving trucks, and I don't know what else I'll do. That means that motherfucker, that tells me he got a one-track mind. He is the desperate. Think about it. He fell in love with the industry. He's in love with this. He's not trying to depart it. He's not trying to divorce it. He's not trying to cheat on it. He doesn't want it to leave. So he's going to do whatever it takes to stay behind that wheel. He's not a business owner. But unfortunately, we will all feel his decisions. And the market is created by the lowest number. The lowest number. Not all the time the carrier creates the lowest number. The brokers do it. The brokers creates it and see if y'all gonna bite off of it. And the strong ones goes out there, and I got to give shout outs to the TikTokers, to the Facebook truckers. Hell, a lot of you truckers right here on YouTube. I got to really give homage to where it is when you guys say stop taking cheap freight. I know what you guys are saying. I know a lot of other people are trying to dehumanize, try this bullshit, right? They try to come and attack you. Oh, what is cheap freight? What cheap to you might not be cheap to them. They come with all of this shit. That's like you saying, hey man, I'm choking. And then somebody say, well, everybody chokes. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, I'm dying. Well, everybody dies. You be like, man, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to keep, I'm trying to clean up all this profanity, but I'm just saying. The guys that say don't take cheap freight is the guys that want to see a change. Aren't you? Because we only thing we doing just repeating a cycle. Nothing is new. It's just more people are falling into the pits of fire right now. And I will say this: you do not want a trucking industry that's monopolized against the common working person. That means company drivers. Hey, company driver, what about this? Company driver. Let's say you are a company driver in New York, and we got a company driver in California, and let's get another company driver in Miami. So these are like well-known high place areas, high cost of living areas. What if companies came together and say, we are going to base our salaries that we're going to pay our employees off of the state of Alabama? So whatever is the minimum wage, or where's the average wage in Alabama, that's what we're going to pay everybody. And all other trucking companies get on board with that whole mindset, with that pay scale. You ain't gonna like it, because you be like, dude, how? Okay, that's what happens when you allow monopoly to be born. So we do need independence, but we need strong independence, not weak independence. We need the strong men and women, young or old, to understand their value. The dollar that you spend every day, the services that you depend on every day, needs to be reliable, needs to be accurate. Stop giving your fucking money away. Stop acting like they are doing you a favor. This purge right now, some people are going to go homeless. Some people have newborns. Some people have grandparents that they care for. Yeah, so hell yeah, I got a fucking problem when the people are going out of business, when they are going to work every day. Yeah, yeah. Yes, I got a problem when Joe Blow right here took a load for a fucking $1.10 because he said, I got to keep on moving. Like he's a damn dancer. That's why I be asking guys like, dude, what do you do for a living? You do either you drive trucks or you're a break dancer. Because what do you mean I need to keep on moving? What you mean? They tell me I'm crazy. They tell me I don't. They say, yo, D, you crazy. I say, man. Hey, I could look at the people in the eye. I could look at the people in their motherfucking eye and tell them, you will never get the number you start off with. That is facts. Let's start off with that. That honest truth. You don't get that number. You will never see that number. That number is just there for the IRS. That's all. That's it. Let's start taking away from that number. And remember, you are the lowest one on the totem pole. The fuel companies come before you. The IRS 2290 comes before you. Insurance comes before you. Mechanic comes before you. Truck maintenance comes before you. Escrow comes before you. Food comes before you. Shower comes before you. Parking comes before you. Your vehicle comes before you. Gasoline comes before you. Your kids comes before you. That's the reality. I don't care who the fuck who you signed up with. You are the last person. People don't want to accept that truth. They say, oh, okay, I'm gonna put myself before my fuel bill. Now your fuel car is over maxed out. You gonna say, well, I'm gonna put myself before my truck maintenance. Now your truck falling the fuck apart. Well, I'm gonna put myself before my health. Now you falling asleep behind the wheel. Oop, you had an accident. Hopefully you didn't kill yourself. You see what happens? You see what happens. You see how that happens. You create your own purge. You purge yourself out. Yeah, man. What's up, man? What's up with you? What up with your trucker life? Oh man, I like that hurry up and buy. There's an old saying, you a mighty poor rat if you got one hole to crawl in. I like that. 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 I need to coin that phrase. Oh man. What up with you, Mr. Apocalypse? Can't even lie. That is a bad background thing. Thank you, brother. Thank you. You know the Scar 17S. Now this is the 20. No, that's the 17. That's the 17S. Yeah. How you know if it's 17S? That Ugg boot. That Ugg boot. At 20. That 20S got the different stock on it. But yeah. So while we sit here, man, you know, while we have these discussions and we are putting money behind this podcast, is that it's aren't we just tired? And here go the thing. I don't want to complain. I don't want to complain. I want us to get up here with solutions. I'm gonna start inviting. We got some people that are multimillionaires. Started off with one truck. Now they didn't become multimillionaires during this pandemic. They became multimillionaires back in the 2000s when people was leaving the trucking industry, especially when fuel prices was high. They get stuck in it. They understood. They made sure they understood to lock in their operating costs. They understood that certain companies are just not beneficial to even work with. I hear people talk crap about Landstar. I talk crap about Landstar. I'd say Landstar is a college for trucking. You go there, you learn. You make sure you make a living now. But if you have a mission in hand, you go there and you get all your educational learning about the industry, how to operate, how to conduct business, how to do invoicing, how to market, how to structure a proper email, how to do a follow up, and how to sell yourself to customers. That's one thing that Landstar just, I'll be honest, they let their trade secrets out with the owner operators, but not many owner operators take advantage of what they are seeing. That's free game. Because I'm be honest, I have some friends that's owner operators with Landstar. Their trucks, they keep up their appearance, their trucks, their equipment, meaning truck and trailer. They do their inspections, they pay attention to their fuel, they know their customers, they get involved with their customers. But then they say, D man, I don't want to do this, man. Not all of my life. But I'm like, well, if you did, you could really run a successful trucking company because 80% of your work, believe it or not, is on that office. If you can make a sale, you make money. You can always sell off labor. Y'all, why you think we got temporary service? You can always sell off labor. You can sell that. You could contract that out. What you want is the meat and potatoes. That's the contract. Then you could sub everything out. There's always a willing and able body willing to work, but it's not too many people that could be in a position like you. Education, baby. Get out here and get the money. I want to see people make it. You know, shout out to Checkmate. I seen Checkmate a little thing like official business site pimp. Hey man, what I got to tell you, Checkmate? You on your grind. Nothing but salutes to you, brother. Nothing but salutes. Keep on making doing what it do, pimp. Because man, I hear some stuff, man. I was listening to Checkmate channel, and some of the guys, you know, C Green don't say shit about me no more. What's wrong, C Green? I thought we was gun buddies. He don't want to be my gun buddy no more. I'm not gonna show you my guns no more. Well, I'm gonna still show you mine. It's right here behind me. gun buddies. But but man, he's still working at it and getting it done. And he was talking about that debt. I think that was last Saturday. I caught the show, and Checkmate was talking about debt. He's not going to go out here and get himself in massive debt. And I'm like, brother, this brother is speaking the truth to a lot of individuals. If you just listen to what he's saying, he has something right now. He's in a spot in his life, in a place. This is what I perceive from what he said. Is that what I interpret? He's happy, but also he has a savings. He has a savings. He has a family. So if anything should occur from what he has done, he could be able to control that until things get back smoother. But to risk that in order to participate in a trucking market where he's seen a purge, it doesn't make sense. And some people are like, well, you could just take the risk. See, it's easy to say, I accept a risk. It's easy for me to say that until you put some money behind it. And then when you put that money behind it, you got to wait on that return. Well, when you got a full family that's dependent on you and you the breadwinner, say, pimp, not everybody is willing and not everybody is going to win. So you got to do what's best for your family. I hear people, oh, well, I would go in debt. Okay, then go in debt. Show me any time going in debt has been beneficial for you. And then when somebody say, oh, well, I got rich. Now, see, they are no longer in debt. And if they should go back in debt, what they tell you? Oh, man, I'm going to get out of debt real quick. Staying in debt, man, for a long periods of time is not beneficial for you. I could just tell you one thing. Just look at the bank interest. Look at your interest. There you go. It kills your whole notion of talking. You could come up with the best talker you can, but it's not beneficial for you. It's very expensive to be in debt. Very expensive. Very costly. Anyway, oh, man. Hey, in the hotel, what up with your trucking life, man? Hey, man, I'm going to put the number up. I'm going to go ahead and put the number up. You know, we could do the call in. Let me get the lines free. Let me get the lines free. Boom. I'm going to put the number up. Give a call in and come on to the show. Come on to the show. I got the number right there posted. Bam. I got it posted right there. So, if you're feeling froggy, if I said something to piss you off, call me. Call me. If you want to say, man, I don't like you, OB, give me a call. At least call me through my phone. Let me do the Erica Badu. What's the Erica Badu? Call me on my phone. I had one of them songs. Call me on the phone. Anyway, man, that's what we perceive this as of tonight, man. And it's the purge. The purge is happening. It's real. And a lot of trucking companies are going to go out of business. A lot of company drivers are not going to have jobs. People are not buying. People are not spending money. It costs too much to borrow money. So if you have a slump down economy, what you think is going to happen on the transportation side? I'll go and get me a 9 to 5 right now. Ain't no shame in that. But not all truckers going to make it through this purge. And whoever make it on the other side, I bet you they're going to understand their spending costs. Truckers do have the power. Truckers do. But we give it away. And now, like I told you, it's like the Roman times. We got to feed some of these trucking companies to the lions. We got to feed them. The lions are hungry. But we will see. We will see. Oh, man. Reading this text message. Oh, it's Theo. Theo saying, hey, man, if you on there for another 20 minutes. Okay. Put the number up. But anyway, truckers, man, how y'all doing, man? And I just, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Because think about it. Just think about it. Oh, God darn it. I just thought of, man, Kobe in jail. Kobe in jail.
Fuck your couch, nigga. Buy another one.
Kobe in jail.
And see, that comes from
Oh, man, Kobe in jail.
the next time you get in trouble.
Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm laughing. I'm laughing. I'm telling you, I told y'all criminals. I told y'all criminals. I told you.
Your couch, nigga. Buy another one.
Oh man, the U.S. Marshal. Let's touch on this, man. Oh, OB, we're going to take it out. We taking it there. We going to take it there. Hello, we got a call there. Hello.
OB.
Yes, what's up with you, man? You live on air, pimp.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah, what's up with you, man? You live on air, pimp. I want to say, hello. Yeah, can you hear me? Hey. I want to say.
How long you got your computer on?
Any truck, let me turn it down. Any truck driver that's going to spend $125,000 to get themselves in debt, just to lay back and give that money away to these trucking companies, they don't really understand the way this game works, OB. Most of these mega carriers, they have two sides to their company. They have the trucking side with the equipment, and then there's the other side, which is the broker side. Most of these mega carriers got two sides to the company. Most of these guys that go get these lease purchase, they never really sit down and think what end of the spectrum that they on. First thing first, the mega carrier is going to take care of their own people first. And their own people being what you always say about the family. The family is the direct people that's connected inside that family of that trucking company. Those people get taken care of first. After those people get taken care of, the direct owner operators, then it moves on to the company drivers. It's a chain of command in these mega carriers. Next, it goes to the lease purchase drivers. What the lease purchase drivers don't never understand is that they're at the bottom of the totem pole. That's the reason why the contracts are written the way they're written. Let's be honest. If you go look at any of these contracts, just look at them. Look at them. Do you really feel comfortable signing some shit like that?
Wow.
Do you really feel comfortable signing some shit like that?
Can you break it down for him, brother? Can you
when you go look at the terms of service in the lease purchase agreements, I'm not saying every lease purchase is a bad deal, but what I am saying is this. If you are indebted to that truck for the entirety of 4 to 5 years, whether you turn the truck in or not and it goes and strikes your credit, or whether you have to turn it in and take a loss, most guys in this trucking business do not understand the trucking business. You go look through YouTube. Every trucking channel down there, what they always talking about? Trucks. Every CDL holder, before they get into this business, always focusing on what? Trucks, the money, the CDL. It can show a blank bill of goods. There is no trucking company that I can think of that teaches an owner-operator how to efficiently run a business. There is none. As I said before, you have the mega carriers. There are two sides of every mega carrier. You have the equipment side, the trucks, the trailers, the leases. Then you have the broker side. All you have to do is get a broker license and you can broker your own freight. So if you're a lease purchase driver, you're not going to get the bottom of the you get the bottom of the barrel freight. And a lot of guys say, well, hold on, I want to book my own freight. That's no problem. Because even if I give you access to the load board, you're still not going to make what you want to make because I have to approve it. So if I'm the one that's feeding you the loads through the TMS system, you're only going to see what I show up is available.
Nothing but facts.
Do not understand. These guys do not understand the business side of trucking. I don't give a fuck if it's an old truck or a new truck. If you don't have direct customers, return customers to get back to your direct customers, then you go to the lower board. I would say roughly about 75% of these trucking guys that buy these trucks, they're working off of the load board. The load board is not your friend all the time. If you buy a truck, if you're going to make $150,000 investment and you go purchase a truck or you put your life or put your collateral for a truck and you don't have the customers, you hustling backwards. That's like saying you're going to go find a lot of dope heads but ain't got an ounce of crack to sell them. Who does that?
I like, hold on. You said go find a whole lot of bunch of crackheads, but you ain't got no dope to sell them. God damn it.
You ain't got no dope to sell them. That's the equivalent to buying an 18-wheeler, assigning your name now for a lease purchase, assigning your name now, because a lot of them like to say, well, I wouldn't lease purchase, but I will finance. Okay. It doesn't matter how you smoke crack. You can smoke it straight out the pipe. Or I can take it and chop it down for you.
Well, freebase it.
It's still crack. So I'm not gonna be on your platform long, OB. But here's what I will say.
Yes, sir.
I support you, brother. I like what you're doing. I know what you're doing, and I know why you're doing what you're doing. Because a lot of guys want to sit up here and get spoon-fed real business on the shit. And it doesn't work like that in trucking. When I first got into trucking, nobody showed me a fucking thing. It's one of those things where you have to figure it out on your own. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't feel sorry for not one motherfucker who credit got fucked up because they didn't have no business getting into lease purchase. I don't feel sorry for one motherfucking for one truck driver who didn't have a direct customer before they went ahead and got into this business and put all that money on the line. This is a fucking business. This is a business. I don't care what kind of truck you got. I don't care if it's a Peterbilt. I don't give a fuck if it's a 379. I don't give a fuck if it's the latest, greatest shoe shine like Jason Andrews say. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Because if you don't have the direct work, if you don't have the contract to keep that fucking truck rolling, you're hustling backwards. They go for any of them. Any of them. Now I'm sure they're going to get pissed off. They're going to call in. But listen, you need this real shit. The way this economy is right now, this is a shipless market. When you go look at the data, okay? When you go look at the data, The data tell you they got certain areas in this country where there's a shitload of volume. But guess what? The rates are shitty. That's not by coincidence. That's by design.
Facts.
Brokers know what percentage of supposedly business owners, they know what percentage of business owners are entitled or enslaved to debt. That's the reason why they can play this game and give out the freight for so goddamn cheap. This is by design. If any smart business owner take time and go look up the stats and go look up the data, you can see there's almost 3 million truck drivers. Half of that 1.5 is owner operators. Half of that 1.5 million, about 70 to 80% of them are lease purchase or paying notes. So if I'm a broker and I know that 7 out of 10 people that call my phone look for a loan, and I know just by the percentages that these guys are getting revved up their ass because the way that the economy is and the way that there is a little to none contract rate, I have no choice but to give them what they let me serve them. Let me say that again. I have no choice but to give them what they let me serve them. In this business, you get what you negotiate. So every truck driver that call these platforms and be bitching about the broker this, the broker that, well, let me ask you something, pimp. Who agreed to take their load?
Facts. Facts.
I'm out of B. Good show, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. All right. Oh, man. 504 showing up tonight. He took, man, I like the way he thinks. I like the way he thinks. Because, man, he dropped a lot on y'all. He dropped. And it was nothing but the truth. There's going to be people somewhere. You got to sit back and fucking just think about it. The Lions, man, I told y'all. Roman times. You got to let the gladiators. We got to focus on the gladiators and let the weak ones be fed to the lions. Well, because we need to change this. We need to do something about this. And I'm with everybody. I think that we need to change it where we are making money, but at the same time, we got a a little slight backhand with the brokers. Just a little slight backhand. Like, hey. No, you ain't gonna post that dumb shit. But anyway, man. Say, man, I like that conversation. I like that. But anyway, man, I want to say, man, thank y'all for tuning in to Official Business Podcast, man. And I know I'm gonna cut it short tonight, but we'll be back again. We're gonna have the video posting and things of that nature. I put the Cash App up. And I really appreciate y'all, right? And I'm tripping. I'm so laid back, man. Kobe. Now, yeah, I'm gonna just call it power out. Kobe had his time. Kobe fucked around. I said criminals. I would never forget this. Oh man, beat man, I never had a problem with you until you called me a criminal. I'm like, you got criminal tendencies. Criminals. Now you're arrested by the U.S. Marshals. I smell felonies. Oh, somebody's going to talk. When they send the U.S. Marshals for you, guns withdrawn. They had a green light. I bet you their guns had lasers. Yeah, man. You know, you're going to be somewhere. And I used to tell people, I'm like, you know what, man? What's wrong with being a law-abiding citizen? What's wrong with being out of jail? Now, I don't know why y'all over there bad for him. I'm cheering for this motherfucker. I'm cheering. He wanted to go back. He wanted to make it his home. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna cheer you on. So when you go back, I'm not the guy that want people to be homeless. If he claims that this is home, I want you to have your home. I want your home to be there for you. I don't want you homeless. I don't want you to leave your home. I want you that's your home. Okay, I'm gonna cheer for you. Stay at home. Keep his. I'm gonna be right there in front of the courthouse with a sign up. Don't take Kobe from his home. Let his ass sit right there. Maybe he could come up with some stories to get on TikTok. Maybe he might get on TikTok and become viral. You know, he might do one of them dances. You know what them goddamn prisoners like to do? Two men in a room with dressed in all white, want to do some dances that a 12-year-old is doing. Yeah. three hots in the cot. Yeah. Maybe he makes some designer clothes while you up in there or something, man. He tell everybody about a Freightliner. I don't know. He might be in head of instructing the class on how to get your CDL or something. But I'm sure that the state, whatever state, what he was in Utah, boy, he's right there by Colorado where they have the maximum security prison, but he didn't do anything to go to max. Well, boy, if they send his ass over there to West Texas, whew, them boys over there in West Texas, if y'all haven't heard about West Texas jail, them boys ain't even eating right now on purpose. They say, man, I would never, ever commit another crime. I swear I would never commit another. We will eat, man. Just give us some AC. And I'm like, I'm looking at this like, and people want to go to jail. Oh, no. They just show y'all nice jails on TikTok. They ain't show you the jails like in Oklahoma, West Texas. Yeah, no. Or, I know many other states. New York, Rikers Island. I seen a documentary on that jail. I'm like, man, save him. And y'all want to, Kobe got arrested. Then he had a firearm on him. But here go the thing. That's where you get the misinformation. If he was arrested, if he had a warrant, which he did, he had a warrant out for his arrest. And he was caught with the firearm in possession of a firearm during the arrest. He doesn't catch another charge if he could legally possess a firearm. Some people are like, oh, they gonna put no. If he could legally possess a firearm, and then the warrant was issued, he just not getting it back. Now, if he was a felon in possession of the firearm, that's a federal charge. That's federal. So, with the U.S. Marshal already arresting him, hey, that's another charge by itself that carries a minimum in the federal courts if they want to pursue that. And sometimes, if y'all ever seen history, the federal government, those gun charges gives you more time than an actual crime you did or accused or alleged. You look at the paperwork, you're like, hold on, man, you trying to give me 15 years for one little item? Yep, that's how that shit goes. So, but yeah, he didn't pull it on him. And from what I've seen, thank you, Black Heavyweight, he didn't even resist arrest. So it seemed like he really wanted to go home. So we're gonna be giving him a going away party, man. Welcome home party. That's what we call it. We're gonna call it a welcome home party. Kobe gonna be a skin, and he can't be a skinhead with them tattoos. They gonna call him white chocolate. Okay, he gonna go in there. White chocolate. Ariel, if the U.S. Marshals got him, they was watching. Of course, the U.S. and people don't understand the roles of certain government agencies. U.S. Marshals don't fuck around. Y'all know they go. There's been many videos out there on YouTube where wanted suspects try to dance with the U.S. Marshals. Say, pimp, it has yet to be a protest that I know of, or if y'all tell me, correct me if I'm wrong, U.S. Marshals have lit some people's switches. And when I say, basically, they turned off their switch. Like U.S. Marshals, it was one suspect, I think was in Detroit. He was wanted for murder, and they watched him for like 2 weeks, and they waited for him to get somewhere where it's not a lot of civilians around, and they pulled up in minivans, blocked him in. Well, his girlfriend got out. She was the driver, I believe. She was the driver. She get out. U.S. Marshals get out. Everything pointing at the guy. Hey, man, let me see them hands. Let me see them hands. Let me see them hands. He in the passenger seat. He tried to get out and run, but he opened the door. He got out, and he made that move. And they pressed his off switch. They pressed his off switch, and yeah. Seen one in Houston. So when U.S. Marshals coming, you are considered armed and dangerous. Like, you are right there, pimp. They ain't putting the handcuffs in front of you. Them things going in the back. You're going to be driving around in a Enterprise rental car. Yeah, yeah. So we will see. I will keep y'all posted. Keep on digging. But it's like one of those things, man, where you see it and you're like, dude, why glorify that shit, right? You see, I'm gonna say I snitch on all you motherfuckers. I don't want no U.S. Marshals. U.S. Marshals denied bond. They extradite him. They extradite him. Oh, they're gonna extradite his ass. Put him on the plane, and then he's gonna be shackled. So don't think, oh, him. No, he's gonna be shackled. He's gonna be shackled. And I heard too that when they transport you, they put that taser device on you, just in case you try to run and you try to make a sudden movement. Oh, you got something that's strapped to you that's going to tase the shit out of you. It's going to calm you down. Now ask yourself this: do you really want to be a part of that type of life? Like, like, what's to brag about? You're literally property of the state. And if you know about the Constitution, you basically just became a slave. You enslaved to the state. But people talk about, well, slavery was wrong. I don't want to go back to slavery. But then you do shit to put yourself in enslavement. And then you got U.S. Marshal. Oh, he better have a good attorney. He needs a minimum 25,000. That just to even talk. Just to come in, to do discovery, look at your look at the charges. 25,000. You ain't got 25,000? Oh man, you gonna get a public? Oh, okay. Go ahead and make that bed comfortable. Get ready to get comfortable. What up with you, S125? That's what's gonna happen. Yeah. I'm nosy too. I want to know what he did. And now everybody get to know. He can't come out and be like, oh man, oh no, anything you say, like the police tell you. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be used against you in the court of law. If you don't have an attorney, one will be apported to you. So if you went to talking, even in the police car, around any of those agents, they're gonna have a police report. They're gonna have a report detailing what you said. Kobe said, "No, it wasn't me. It was Pee Wee." I'm like, oh, that really get juicy. That really get juicy. Oh, my ancestor. I thought y'all was bang, bang, shoot them up. Look like y'all trying to turn to law-abiding citizens when they put them handcuffs on. Now you want to be, no, man, I ain't about that life. Nah, pimp. It doesn't work that way. Should have never engaged in that shit. You're a truck driver. Yeah, man. I remember that. Yeah. I mean, that motherfucker came on. Let me tell y'all, good NBA young boy. I hope they play NBA young boy for him as they cruised his ass to the next holding sale. You know how they drive you. The U.S. Marshals. I had some family members that was picked up by U.S. Marshals. That's why I could talk some shit. They will actually stop and get you something to eat. Yeah, like you, it's crazy how this thing works. Like you are considered armed and dangerous, but that agency is kind of laid back where they want you comfortable so you don't do no like try no dumb shit. So they'll get you something to eat, get you something to drink, and then start up a chit chat with you, but they're recording everything you're saying. They're recording everything. And then boom, get you in that jail. Well, when you get in front of a judge and the federal prosecutor, say, man, it's kind of weird, you know. It's weird because you're like, hold on, man. What? Yeah, we was on a plane. I ate on the plane, drank a soda. Like, they fed you good before they gonna give you that 10 years. And you don't want to do federal time. Not federal. Not federal time. That man, this is where you get versed with the laws, right? I know we switching up. This is the after hour. But this is where you get familiar with the laws in different uh, bureaucratic agencies. U.S. Marshals and ATF, really, you know, they got each other on speed dial. So that firearm that he got is probably going to go through tracking. So U.S. Marshal picks them up, discover firearm. They contact ATF. Then they proceed with a back trace. You don't know what a back trace is that they will call the manufacturer that the firearm was made by, give the manufacturer the serial number, turn around, ask the manufacturer who did they ship it to, meaning FFL. Then they will go to that. They'll give that FFL a call and see if he's the original purchaser. If he's not, they are going to contact or send an agent to whoever originally purchased that firearm, and then see who did they sell it to. Did they sell it? Blah blah blah. Oh, you best believe they are doing a ballistic test on it to see if any of those rounds has been used. That firearm has been used in any prior crimes or incidents. Oh yeah. See what happens when you get the government involved. You want to be Billy Badass. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then if you're here go the thing, like the state of Arizona, state of Arizona, even the state of Texas. Here go a fun fact. They after as long as it's a non-violent, is if it's non-violent, let's say you wrote checks or you got forgery and you received a felony, you know, the state doesn't recognize that after so many years, as long as you don't get in trouble. That is state law. Now, federal law recognize it forever. So give you an idea. All right. In the state of Texas, is yay and nay, depending on if you qualify. You could be a felon in a possession of a firearm. You can. It won't go to jail. Okay. State. But, but if you are involved with any federal agency or arresting agency, you are in violation. You just committed a felony with a mandatory minimum. They could just in possession. That's it. Possession. See? So the reason I brought it up because I remember Kobe was like, "Yeah, I'm a felon, but I still got my fire. I got my rights restored." I'm like, "Okay, did you go federally or state?" So if you did that process through state, that means you haven't done it through federal. The state recognized you as not being a felon or being eligible to possess. So you got to get that wording. You got to understand how this shit works. Possess a firearm. They won't, hold it against you. But the federal government says, don't let us catch you with a firearm. And then it's how the federal government wants to do, because y'all ever heard how the federal government say trafficking? So if you had a firearm in, let's say, Georgia, and you get caught with a firearm in Utah, you know that the federal government could charge you for every state that you went across with that firearm? They could get every state to bring up charges against you. You see how this shit stacks up? You see how they could get you to talk when you want to be Billy Badass? And you can't fight every state. This is what criminals do. See, you see, it's about, really being out here doing what we know how to do, man. Checkmate about that. Man, this is about really, we are a trucking community, right? Now, nobody is perfect, but I don't feel sorry for the motherfucker. And I don't want our young people, I don't want people to get involved with crime like that. I'm telling you right now, if old buddy had a pistol on him, the DA is not going to bring up the charges right then and there. The prosecutor, no, they're gonna see how he's gonna act, and then they'll bring it up. His attorney fee is gonna go up a quick $50,000. 50. We're gonna see if the hood. Hey, you guys, y'all contact Kobe Hood, man. How you snitch on yourself? I don't know what you mean by that. I can't believe how stupid some of these YouTubers are writing on this help. Oh yeah. Hey man, y'all contact Kobe Hood and tell them they need to start a GoFundMe on somewhere. Raise some money. Free Kobe cheese. Okay. We will donate some white shirts. Yeah. But I will always say this, man. I'm not feeling sorry for the motherfucker. Motherfucker say he want to go home. Yeah. I was watching Guilty Channel. Guilty did it better. Guilty just went in. I was like, God damn, Guilty. I'd be listening to Guilty because I'd be making Sopranos. I'd be listening. Guilty like, and you know what? That white boy Kobe. I'm just get him. Oh man. But yeah, hey, hey man, this motherfucker got the U.S. Marshals. We already know. So he's not going to get out on a signature bond. Okay. That's out the window. This motherfucker going to have to come up with some hard-earned cash or some property. He's going to have to come up with some property. And it better be some very lucrative property. Okay. If he ain't got a house that's paid for, that's worth more than $250,000, shit. They gonna ask him that in the jail. He's better off just being straight up to the judge. When the judge asks him, hey man, what do you have in your possession? Because they already calculating it. I got my cell phone. I say, man, yeah. The prosecutors are gonna be licking their chops. Oh, we got us a poor criminal. We know where we're gonna send him. Hey Jake, lunch at 5? Okay, this is only gonna take 2 minutes. Lunch at 5. See you there. And don't get one of them skinny. No, you don't want to get one of them young ones, them young prosecutors that want to make a name for themselves. Boy, they will have you in there with them knees buckling. I bet you ain't gonna put no shine in his head. He's gonna straight cut. I'm telling you, straight cut. Which I want to bet. He's gonna go straight cut with glasses. Straight cut with glasses. Blue shirt, baby blue shirt. I bet you. Straight cut with glasses, baby blue shirt. Button up. Tell you what this motherfucker's about to wear. He's about to try to make himself look innocent. Watch what I tell you. Mark my words. And don't tell me his mugshot, because mugshot. If he makes himself look hard in his mugshot, the prosecutor can use that against you. One thing you do not want your jury, a jury of your peers, to see is a person that looks aggressive, unremorseful. Yeah, like you're a monster. Only thing the prosecutor will be like, see, Your Honor, or the jury, when he was arrested, he made jokes about it. And if he looking like that, they about to roast his ass. That jury, I'm gonna tell you, I don't care what color you are. I've sat on jury duty. I've been on 3 juries. And I'm gonna tell you something about jury duty. The people you do not want to piss off or have them thinking anyway is middle-aged women. I don't care, white, black, no. I've been on a jury where you had some black, some Asians, some whites. Yeah, they made it where it's like 50-50. And I was on there, it was some white guys, Indians. And when the defense was presenting their case, you just look at them, right? And you can see the one that do this, or the one, if they put their hands, if they take both of their hands and set it down, just really look at the DA or the the DA, like every word she's saying, that means, nigga, you done, pimp. You done. If you ever paid attention to a DA, when they find that juror that locks in with them, they will stay on that juror and watch all the other jurors. They pay attention to that juror. That is done, pimp. It's done. If that DA said, I recommend 15 years, they're gonna give you 2 extra years, pimp, just on GP. Because they're gonna feel like you offended them. Telling you, I've been on jury duty. I've been on jury duty. I watched a man get 15 years in North Texas. 15, white dude. So when people are like, well, what if he was black? I watch, man. See, this is where people don't participate in their judicial system. I've been to jury duty. I don't call off that shit. I like to get involved. Man, I watched a dude get 15 years for domestic violence, second time offender. The jury pool was majority men, more men than female. Well, this motherfucker had an outburst. And what he said was, I didn't do it. He screamed. And I'm going to tell you something, women, one woman like, and then the judge had to ask, do we have to go to recess? Man, when that woman went, when they went outside to start to talk, because they put you in the other room, are you okay? Yes. He was just, did you guys notice how aggressive he is? And then here come the dudes. Yeah, I think he did. And that's it. Done deal. When jury came back out, did it, guilty, 15 years. That dude, I said, ooh, say, man, 15 years. 15 years. So when you go in jury, I'm telling you, these guys act tough. Look at Young Thug. This is not something I need to make up. Look at Young Thug. If you got the federal government and you want to try to keep this macho status, okay, they show you how to make you macho. They show you macho. Time, motherfucker. We give you time. We have taxpayer money at our disposal to prosecute you. The only thing you have of value is time. And we are going to take that away from you. They literally take time away from you. Think about that. Think about that, man. Think about that. If y'all, if you ever got the time to do it, and you will see when you meet people on juries or, you will find out they are just like you and me. They just common folks. It's just how the case is presented. Some people are biased. Some people have been traumatized in their past where they don't want to take it. They are fed up. And if you get those, because, juries talk when we deliberate. when you get somebody like a mother or grandmother or even a father or a brother tired of drug uses in their community, had a family member affected with drug use or some type of incident that's traumatizing, man, you better be the shit. Yeah, I would just say, save him. They got your life. So it's like, try not to be there, right? Try not to be there. That's why I didn't like when them motherfuckers glorified the shit. Now you want people to man, what? I remember co-signing, oh man, he's street life. He ain't street life. He's broke. The U.S. Marshals got him. Watch how much money he's gonna have to come off. If he ain't got no money, we ain't gonna be seeing Kobe for a while. You know, statute of limitations. Nah. Send him out there for 5 years. You ain't got no money. We ain't in a rush. Where you gonna go? If we let him out, he's just gonna criminalize in order to pay us to come up with the money. Oh, just put him back there. Cell block 6. Give him a cell phone. He's gonna be on TikTok. Dancing. Watching a clear TV. Saying, hey, it is what it is, man. When it go tell you, I had out some perks with like Young Thug on the damn Game Boy. Damn bad. I'm just saying, man, I don't want to see y'all locked up. Well, here go the thing. Now, let me say this, man. We in the trucking business to make money, law abide citizens, man. We're gonna make money the right way. That's what's wrong with our culture right now. There's too much victims out here. There's too many victims, too many people, lives being taken. Too many people being traumatized with this foolishness. Foolishness. I'm gonna tell you right now, the heart of crime, you know what starts crime? Lack of education. Lack of education. There you go. Oh, well, look at the youth. Parents put cell phones in the kids' hands. No skill sets. The schools, this shit is all done by design. That's why they took out VOTEC. Hell, you used to learn how to work on an 18-wheeler back in middle school. It kept you occupied, really challenged you, really push your skill. It really pushed you as a human being. It helped create a personality, God damn it, personality building. Man, I forgot what skill sets, character, build. You know what I'm saying. I'm trying to remember what they used to tell me. But it helped build and mold your character. And then, they took all that away by design. Now it's game, internet, and music. People ain't smart. You ever notice when criminals face a judge and go through the legal system, some of them, they become great ass lawyers and attorneys. They don't commit the crime again. They like, hey man, if I would have, and the system knows it, but the system's going to keep us dumbed down. That's how the system profit, keep bodies in the seat. And you got dummies out here that's going to glorify that shit, glorify slavery. There you go. But the Official Business Podcast, that's what we about, official business. Man. There you go. But we'll be back, man. I want to appreciate everybody, man. I put my Cash App up there, man. I beg for motherfucking money. I'll tell you right now, I'm not too good for money. I ain't rich. If I was rich, I'd still be begging. Your pastor's still begging. Today we're gonna take the odds. But anyway, man, I just want to say thank you everybody for joining in. This is Official Business Podcast. Please hit the like button, man. And we catch y'all later time, buddies. But other than that, man, y'all be easy. And thank y'all for tuning in to Official Business Podcast. Love life, live life. I catch y'all later.